Wow, 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 wow. Pull up, 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 yeah. Pull up. I've been waiting on you all day.
So for today's tutorial, we're going to be using all RK by Kiss products, which is also known as Ruby Kisses, and I'm taking their No Blemish foundation in the color Caramel, and I'm going to blend that all over my face. I'm really liking this foundation. It's very hydrating, but it does have a matte finish, and it matches my skin tone perfectly. So I can't complain at all. It is a very great, inexpensive foundation, and I'm taking their pressed powder in the color Chestnut, and I'm going to tap that all over the foundation just so that we get a seamless finish and we lock in that foundation into our skin. This is very important. You guys know I love to lock layers, and I'm just going to blend this all over my face. I chose RK by Kiss because they had an abundance of their products in my local beauty supply store, and I'm always looking for cheap ways to beat my face. So now I'm taking Rich Caramel in their Pure Mineral Concealer. It is a smart blend concealer, and I'm just using that as an eyeshadow base on top of my eyelid, and I'm just going to blend that out with my finger, as you guys see. You guys are going to notice that this is a struggle video for me, especially adjusting to these new products. And after that concealer is blended out, I'm going to take the translucent Set and Forget powder that they have, and I'm just going to tap that all over the top of my primer. And basically, this powder is very, very sticky, and it does not like to blend out well, and I really struggle with actually getting it to be smooth across my eyes. So I took a flat fluffy brush, and I kind of tried to dust away the excess, but it really wasn't working that well, so I really did struggle with that. Now, taking my Midnight Adventures palette, I'm going to take that orangey rust color, and I'm going to blend that out on the top of my crease, and I'm just going to blend it in with my MAC 226E brush. And this was the hardest part for me because I was not expecting it to come out that dark, because it did have more of an orangey undertone, and it came out more of a dark burgundy purple color. So you guys are going to see me blend this out as best as I possibly can. I really did struggle during the eyeshadow part, but we got through and we created a look that I actually did enjoy. I then took that same fluffy brush that I used earlier in the video and tried to blend out those pigments a little bit more. And you guys will see, like, the faces that I make. I was getting really frustrated while creating this. So now I'm taking the Lacey matte lipstick in the color Naughty Nude, and I'm just putting it all across my lid. And I figured that these two colors will work well together. And even though I had the two eyeshadow palettes by them, I just like this combination a little better, and I felt like maybe we could save this eyeshadow look. So I'm taking a flat blending brush, and I'm just going to blend it out. And I think that brush that I'm using is from e.l.f. After blending the lipstick out, I started to notice that I didn't like the undertone that the concealer was giving me. So I just took the tan color out of the palette and I kind of placed it under my eyebrow. So now we're going back in with the Rich Caramel concealer, and we're just going to highlight as normal. I did notice that it is a very watery product, so I was going to have to use 2 times more just to make sure that I got the coverage that I needed, especially because your beauty blender always picks up more product than sometimes we expect. So you guys will see me go in with this concealer all over my face and in the normal areas that I highlight. And I was having a really, really hard time like using the applicator, and I was getting so frustrated. But I made the best of it, and I actually found myself trying to like this concealer. I did place more concealer on the top part of my lip and my chin area because those are places that I suffer with hyperpigmentation, and I did want to make sure I got good coverage. So now I'm taking the color Caramel. It's just regular caramel, and this is going to be my contour shade, and I'm placing it right up under where I placed my lighter color for my highlight. And this is a really, really pretty color. I really do like it as a contour color, and I'm really surprised that I didn't have to use an orange corrector in between the highlight and the contour to make sure that everything will be blended out correctly. And I'm just going to go in with that, of course, across my forehead and the hollows of my cheeks. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm going to blend, 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 blend. Because this is a very, very creamy product, and I was very, very afraid that it wouldn't work out for me like I needed it to. I went back in with whatever was left on my eyeshadow brush because I noticed that I over blended, and I'm just going to continue to blend this out. And I was kind of skeptical about the colors showing up, and I do look washed out at this point. But if there's a will, there's definitely a way.
At this moment, I wanted to throw the whole makeup look away.
But nevertheless, I kept on blending, 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 and blending, and just prayed and hoped that it just came out the way it was supposed to. Like, at this point, I was wasting my memory card, and I was already recording, and I wasn't doing it again because I just wasn't. I was over it at that point. I could only pray at this point that my beauty blender was going to save me because I didn't know what to do anymore. I was over it.
Lord, please save it for me. Do this one favor for me because I had no clue what this makeup look was turning into.
But the show must go on, so I took Set and Forget in the color Earth, and I packed this onto my face as much as I possibly could just to get my warm tone that I wanted back, but I didn't want to go too warm in the corners of my eyes. So I did take the translucent powder and went in the corner of my under eye and down the center of my nose and a little bit on my chin just so that I wasn't too brown. And I let it sit on my face just a little bit. And I take my Sonia Kashuk brush and just dust all the excess off. And because it is a very clingy powder, like I told you guys before, I did have to go in with that brush very, very heavy just to get it off so I wouldn't have cake face. But one thing I can say is that that powder really revived my face to the place that it needed to be. But I did have to take my time and actually blend the powder as much as I possibly could. So now taking the pressed powder and cognac, I'm going to start carving out the areas I want my contour to be. In this color, I expected it to be a little more warm than it was. So then I also went in with the color Ebony just to give it that warm effect that it needed. And now I'm going to take this big blending brush that I have and I'm going to just blend this all across the contour areas. And I'm sorry for not being in frame, but I could not really tell if my makeup was blended out as well as it should be or not. So then I went back in with my Bella Pro buffing brush just to make sure. So now I'm taking the iBling glitter liquid eyeliner and I'm placing it over the Naughty Nude color that's on my eyelid. And after I'm done applying it, I'm going to take my finger and blend the glitter out so that it gives it like a shimmery overlay instead of just a solid glitter color. Now I'm taking the Sweet Cheeks blush palette and I'm going to apply that on top of my nose and my cheeks to give me more of a warm effect because you guys know I'm having issues with the undertones of the concealer. I'm taking their brown liner and I'm just going to line my lips. And now I'm going to take my favorite product by them, which is the All Over Glow in Bronze Glow. It is a powder highlight, and when I tell you guys this highlight is so pretty, it blends out flawlessly and gives you that warm effect that you may be going for. And then I'm going to take Naughty Nude and go in the center of my lips with it and apply it all over. And then I'm going to take a burgundy liner to give my lips some definition around the outside just to make them look a little more poutier and have the transient color from the lip liner to the lipstick look a little more blended. And I'm going to take that All Over Glow and go over the top of my lips, and I love it. So now I'm just going to do some quick eyeliner, and I'm going to do a nice wing, nothing too dramatic today, but their Liquid Genius eyeliner in Purest Black is the only eyeliner that I use. I have been using it for years, and I hope they never discontinue it. After applying a little bit more of that all over glow onto my cheeks, I think that I am very satisfied with the way that this look turned out, even though this was a struggle video, guys. I spray a little bit of matte spray on my face, and this is the final look. Thank you guys for watching.
Cooking up dope with a Uzi.